The pineal gland, often referred to as the third eye, has been a subject of spiritual and scientific interest for centuries. Located in the center of the brain, it is about the size of a pea and plays a crucial role in regulating sleep, circadian rhythms, and even some of our deepest subconscious processes. In the spiritual context, the pineal gland is believed to be the seat of our higher consciousness, the connection between our physical being and our spiritual essence. In many ancient traditions, the pineal gland has been linked to enlightenment, intuition, and the ability to access higher states of awareness. The idea is that this small but powerful organ has the capacity to open a portal to spiritual realms, allowing an individual to experience profound insights and mystical experiences. As the third eye, the pineal is seen as the gateway to higher states of consciousness and an inner guide on the journey towards self-realization. The connection between semen retention and pineal activation may not be immediately obvious, but it is rooted in the energetic exchange that occurs within the body when we retain our vital energy. Semen is considered to be a concentrated form of energy, deeply tied to our vitality, and when we preserve this energy, we are essentially redirecting it from physical release to spiritual and mental growth. This redirection activates various energy centers in the body, including the pineal gland, leading to a heightened state of awareness and spiritual sensitivity. When we engage in the practice of semen retention, we are essentially allowing the body to refocus its energy. This conserved energy moves upward, reaching higher centers in the body, including the crown and third eye. This process is part of the concept of Kundalini awakening in yoga, where dormant energy is activated and rises through the body, activating higher chakras, including the pineal gland. Thus, semen retention can be seen as a catalyst for opening the third eye, helping individuals unlock their inner wisdom and spiritual gifts. Finally, the practice of semen retention creates an environment where the body and mind are more attuned to subtle energies. With fewer distractions and physical releases, the practitioner finds themselves more in tune with the energetic currents around them, including the vibrations that activate the pineal gland. This deeper sensitivity to energy is what allows the individual to experience the profound shifts in consciousness that come with spiritual growth and awakening. The science behind semen retention and pineal activation. At the core of semen retention lies the preservation of vital life force, an ancient concept rooted in Taoism, Ayurveda, and yogic practices. Semen is rich in energetic and physical nutrients, and its retention is believed to provide not only physiological benefits but also profound spiritual ones. The key to understanding how semen retention activates the pineal gland lies in understanding the flow of energy through the body and how that energy supports the functioning of the pineal gland. The human body functions through a complex network of energetic pathways, commonly referred to as meridians or nadis in Eastern traditions. These channels carry life force energy, called ki or prana, throughout the body. Semen, as an energy-rich substance, is one of the body's most potent energy sources. When retained, the body absorbs this energy back into the system, sending it upward through these channels, ultimately reaching the brain and stimulating various glands, including the pineal gland. As we've seen in earlier modules, the pineal gland is sensitive to light and electromagnetic fields, and it plays a key role in regulating our internal rhythms and sense of time. One of its primary functions is the production of melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep patterns. However, melatonin is also thought to have a deeper connection to spiritual awakening. As energy builds up from retained semen, the pineal gland becomes increasingly stimulated, leading to the secretion of higher levels of melatonin. This, in turn, promotes not just physical rest, but also mental clarity, enhanced intuition, and a deeper connection to the spiritual realm. Interestingly, research suggests that the pineal gland is sensitive to environmental changes, including the electromagnetic frequencies that are common in our modern world. By reducing the distractions that come from frequent sexual release and redirecting that energy, we reduce the negative impact of external stimuli, which may block or interfere with the activation of the pineal gland. Retaining semen minimizes these distractions, allowing the individual to be more in tune with subtle energies and vibrations. One way to think about the relationship between semen retention and pineal activation is by considering the practice of meditation. Meditation has been shown to increase pineal activity by inducing deep states of relaxation and concentration. Similarly, when semen is retained, the body enters a state of internal focus, redirecting energy inward rather than expelling it. This shift in energy focus can lead to a state of heightened spiritual awareness, allowing individuals to experience greater clarity, deeper insight, and a stronger connection to their higher selves.
The link between sexual energy and spiritual awakening. Sexual energy is one of the most powerful forces in the human experience. It is the creative energy that fuels procreation, creativity, and even our desire to connect with the divine. In many ancient spiritual traditions, sexual energy is viewed as a sacred force that can be harnessed for personal transformation. The act of semen retention allows individuals to preserve and transmute this powerful energy for spiritual growth and self-realization. In Taoist philosophy, sexual energy is considered one of the three treasures of life: Jing, Qi, and Shen. Jing is the essence of life itself. Qi is the vital energy that sustains life, and Shen is the spirit. Jing, when conserved through semen retention, is believed to strengthen the other two treasures, particularly Shen, which is the spiritual aspect of being. By preserving sexual energy, practitioners are said to cultivate spiritual awareness and enhance their connection to higher states of consciousness. Semen retention allows the practitioner to move beyond mere physical satisfaction and into a realm of spiritual fulfillment. When sexual energy is not released, it is transformed into creative and spiritual potential, enriching the practitioner's mental and emotional life. The pineal gland, being central to the regulation of spiritual energy, thrives when this energy is preserved. It becomes more receptive to higher frequencies and can activate latent spiritual abilities such as clairvoyance, intuition, and inner vision. Furthermore, this transmutation of sexual energy is often described in terms of alchemy. In alchemical practices, the base material is transformed into gold, symbolizing the purification of the self. Similarly, semen retention acts as an alchemical process that transforms base desires into spiritual wisdom and enlightenment. This transformation activates the pineal gland, which acts as a conduit for spiritual knowledge and insight. By consciously working with sexual energy and retaining semen, an individual begins to enter a state of balance, wherein they are no longer ruled by their desires, but instead become the master of their energy. This mastery leads to a higher level of consciousness, and the pineal gland, which is intimately connected with our intuition and spiritual perception, becomes a beacon for wisdom and inner guidance. Practical techniques for activating the pineal gland through semen retention. While the concept of semen retention is deeply rooted in spiritual traditions, there are practical steps one can take to activate the pineal gland more effectively. These techniques focus on cultivating a deeper sense of awareness, redirecting energy, and enhancing spiritual practices that complement the journey of semen retention. One of the most powerful practices for activating the pineal gland is meditation. Meditation helps to quiet the mind, release mental clutter, and focus on higher vibrations. When combined with semen retention, meditation acts as a catalyst, directing the conserved sexual energy towards spiritual growth and self-realization. During meditation, the practitioner should focus on the third eye, visualizing light or energy flowing into this space. This practice strengthens the connection between the pineal gland and the energy system of the body. Breathing techniques also play a crucial role in this process. Certain breathing exercises, such as pranayama in yoga, are designed to move energy through the body and awaken the pineal gland. One particularly effective technique is alternate nostril breathing, which helps balance the flow of energy through the left and right hemispheres of the brain, facilitating the activation of the third eye. Another technique is to practice conscious awareness of your energy levels. By becoming aware of the sensations in your body, particularly around your lower abdomen, the sacral area, you can learn to redirect this energy upward. This can be done through practices like the microcosmic orbit, where the practitioner guides energy from the root chakra up to the crown chakra, passing through the pineal gland on the way. Additionally, maintaining a clean and healthy lifestyle is essential for supporting the activation of the pineal gland. Avoiding excessive toxins such as fluoride and processed foods can help keep the pineal gland functioning optimally. A healthy diet rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals supports the brain's ability to function at its peak, making it more receptive to spiritual energy. Finally, visualization is another tool to enhance the activation of the pineal gland. Visualizing light or energy moving through the body and focusing on the area of the third eye can stimulate the pineal gland's activity. This practice, when done consistently in conjunction with semen retention, can help open up the pathways to greater spiritual insight. The impact of semen retention on higher states of consciousness. As the energy from retained semen rises through the body and reaches the pineal gland, the practitioner begins to experience heightened states of consciousness. These states can manifest as intense moments of clarity, deep intuitive insights, and a profound connection to the universe. The pineal gland, as the center of spiritual perception, becomes more sensitive and attuned to the subtle frequencies that govern higher states of being and the deeper realms of consciousness.
With the activation of the pineal gland, a practitioner of semen retention may begin to notice a shift in their perception of reality. Subtle energies that were once unnoticed become more apparent, and the individual becomes more attuned to the vibrations around them. These heightened states of awareness are often accompanied by a sense of inner peace and alignment, as the practitioner moves beyond the distractions of the external world and into a place of spiritual centeredness. As the pineal gland is activated through semen retention, the individual may also begin to experience vivid dreams, lucid dreaming, or enhanced intuitive abilities. This is because the pineal gland is closely linked to the production of melatonin, which not only regulates sleep patterns, but is also believed to influence dream states and psychic phenomena. The retention of sexual energy enhances the function of the pineal gland, allowing it to be more receptive to higher frequencies, which can result in profound spiritual experiences. One of the key benefits of semen retention in this context is the ability to transcend lower, ego-driven desires. The more the practitioner remains committed to the practice of retaining their energy, the less they are affected by superficial cravings or distractions. This shift in focus allows for the cultivation of higher virtues such as wisdom, love, compassion, and understanding. As these virtues grow, so too does the connection to higher states of consciousness, which are often described as spiritual awakening or enlightenment. Moreover, with the increased energy circulating through the body, the individual becomes more vibrant and magnetic to the world around them. The spiritual energy activated by semen retention infuses the person with a sense of divine purpose, empowering them to manifest their desires with greater ease. This is where the law of attraction comes into play. By maintaining the energetic balance and spiritual integrity provided by semen retention, the individual is in alignment with the forces of the universe, making it easier to attract what they truly need or desire on their journey. In summary, the activation of the pineal gland through semen retention is not just a physical process, it is a gateway to a higher level of spiritual consciousness. As the energy that was once bound in the lower chakras rises upward, it awakens the spiritual centers, with the pineal gland serving as the focal point for this transformation. This awakening leads to greater spiritual awareness, inner peace, and the manifestation of the divine within. The role of energy circulation in pineal activation. One of the primary mechanisms through which semen retention activates the pineal gland is through the process of energy circulation within the body. In many spiritual and esoteric traditions, energy is believed to flow through the body via channels or pathways called meridians, nadis, or chakras. When energy is blocked or stagnant, it can create physical and emotional disturbances, preventing the individual from reaching higher states of consciousness. The practice of semen retention plays a pivotal role in clearing these blockages and facilitating the free flow of energy throughout the system. When semen is retained, the energy that would otherwise be expended in sexual release is instead transmuted and circulated throughout the body. This energy, known as prana in yogic traditions or qi in Chinese medicine, moves upward through the spine, passing through energy centers known as chakras. The first chakra, located at the base of the spine, is where the energy typically originates, but it needs to rise through the other chakras to reach the crown of the head and the pineal gland. As this energy ascends, it passes through the heart, throat, and third eye chakras. The third eye chakra, or ajna, is directly associated with the pineal gland, and as energy flows through it, it activates and stimulates the pineal gland, enhancing its function. The pineal gland, which is responsible for regulating many aspects of our consciousness and spiritual experience, becomes more receptive to higher vibrations and greater levels of awareness. The practice of semen retention therefore supports the free flow of energy, which in turn activates the pineal gland. This energy circulation enhances the function of the pineal gland, encouraging it to release higher levels of melatonin and other spiritual hormones that promote deep states of meditation, psychic abilities, and spiritual insight. Through this process, the individual experiences an increase in mental clarity, intuitive ability, and spiritual vision. This cycle of energy circulation and activation of the pineal gland is not limited to just physical or mental benefits. It also leads to profound spiritual growth. The more energy you can circulate through your body, the more you become attuned to the subtle realms of existence. As your pineal gland is activated, it opens up new pathways for spiritual wisdom, healing, and the connection to higher states of being.
Semen retention and the awakening of psychic abilities. The activation of the pineal gland through semen retention is often associated with the awakening of latent psychic abilities. This includes heightened intuition, clairvoyance, the ability to perceive things beyond the normal senses, telepathy, and other forms of extrasensory perception, or ESP. In many spiritual traditions, the pineal gland is considered the seat of these extraordinary abilities, and its activation is thought to unlock these dormant powers within the practitioner. As the pineal gland becomes more stimulated through semen retention, the individual's energy fields are recalibrated, and they begin to perceive the world with greater clarity. This increased sensitivity to energy allows the practitioner to tune into the subtle frequencies that govern the universe. The result is a heightened awareness of the energetic and spiritual dimensions that exist beyond the physical plane. One of the key components of developing psychic abilities is cultivating an inner sense of trust in your intuition. When you retain semen, you build a foundation of internal strength and clarity. The energy you conserve allows you to connect more deeply with your intuition, which serves as your internal compass. As your pineal gland activates, this intuitive guidance becomes clearer and more accurate, helping you navigate both the physical and spiritual worlds. For instance, many individuals who practice semen retention report increased instances of vivid dreams or lucid dreams. Lucid dreaming, where the dreamer is aware of and can control their dreams, is a direct result of the pineal gland's increased activity. Additionally, some practitioners report experiencing a heightened sense of knowing or an ability to read the energy of people and situations, which is a form of psychic perception. This awakening of psychic abilities is not necessarily an immediate or dramatic event, but rather a gradual development that occurs over time as you continue to practice semen retention. The more you preserve and redirect your sexual energy, the more attuned you become to your own inner wisdom and the subtle energies around you. Through this process, the pineal gland becomes a powerful tool for spiritual awakening and the cultivation of extraordinary spiritual abilities. The importance of mental discipline in semen retention and pineal activation. While the physiological and energetic aspects of semen retention are vital for activating the pineal gland, mental discipline plays an equally crucial role in this process. The practice of semen retention requires a high level of self-control, focus, and commitment, and these qualities directly impact the activation of the pineal gland and the individual's overall spiritual growth. In order to maintain the practice of semen retention, one must cultivate a strong mind. This mental discipline helps direct the energy that is retained into productive and spiritual channels, rather than allowing it to be wasted through negative thought patterns, distractions, or indulgences. It is essential to approach semen retention not just as a physical practice, but as a mental and emotional commitment to personal growth and spiritual awakening. The act of retaining semen is not merely about avoiding ejaculation. It's about harnessing the energy that would otherwise be lost and using it to fuel higher pursuits. This requires the practitioner to have control over their desires, impulses, and thoughts. As the energy builds and circulates within the body, it activates not just the pineal gland, but also the higher mental faculties, such as concentration, focus, and discernment. When the mind is disciplined, the energy that is circulating through the body can be harnessed for greater spiritual insight and self-awareness. The mental discipline required for semen retention helps to clear the mind of distractions and unnecessary thoughts, creating space for the activation of higher states of consciousness. In this state of mental clarity, the practitioner is able to tune in to the subtle energies that activate the pineal gland and experience deeper spiritual revelations. Additionally, mental discipline is crucial in dealing with the challenges and temptations that come with semen retention. It is common for the mind to wander or for sexual desires to resurface, especially in the early stages of the practice. However, by maintaining a focused, disciplined mindset, the practitioner can overcome these temptations and remain committed to the path of self-mastery. This ongoing commitment to mental clarity and control accelerates the activation of the pineal gland and further strengthens the individual's connection to higher spiritual realms.
The path of integration and continued growth. The journey of semen retention is deeply intertwined with spiritual awakening, particularly when it comes to the activation of the pineal gland. By practicing semen retention, individuals not only preserve their physical vitality, but also redirect that energy toward personal transformation and spiritual growth. The pineal gland, as the seat of higher consciousness, becomes increasingly sensitive to these shifts in energy, and in turn becomes a powerful tool for spiritual evolution. However, it's important to understand that the process is gradual. The activation of the pineal gland is not an overnight event, but a steady unfolding that requires patience, dedication, and mindfulness. It is a journey that invites the practitioner to become more conscious of their energy, to cultivate self-discipline, and to remain focused on the path of spiritual development. As the pineal gland becomes more active, individuals may experience heightened clarity, increased intuition, and a deeper connection to their higher selves. These spiritual gifts open the door to greater insight, creativity, and manifestation abilities. Through the practice of semen retention, the individual is empowered to align with the universal flow of energy and to tap into the deep well of wisdom that lies within. In the context of spirituality, semen retention is more than just a physical practice. It is a holistic approach to living a life of balance, purpose, and growth.
It is a pathway to unlocking the potential of the body, mind, and spirit, and it serves as a tool for activating higher consciousness and spiritual awakening. As you continue on your journey of semen retention and spiritual growth, remember that this practice is a lifelong commitment. The energy you conserve and redirect will support your evolution, helping you rise to new heights of awareness, connection, and inner peace. The pineal gland, as the gateway to your higher consciousness, will continue to open and expand, revealing the deep truths of the universe and your own soul. Ultimately, the journey is about more than just activating the pineal gland. It is about becoming the highest version of yourself, aligning with the divine, and manifesting your fullest potential. Through semen retention, you harness the power of your energy, unlocking the doors to a life of greater clarity, purpose, and spiritual fulfillment.